Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time you might be hearing me or might be watching this video. My name is Oluremi, and I'll be taking you through the introduction to video editing. And let me use this medium to welcome you to this smartphone video art and editing class. I want to congratulate you because this is a bold step, because I want to assure you that you aren't going to regret this by you joining this opportunity. So very quickly, let's get started. We actually asked a number of persons could actually have different reasons why they want to learn video editing. For some persons, could be because they actually want to learn how to create commercials for their business, especially entrepreneurs. And some persons could actually say they want to learn video editing because they want to start video content creation on your social media handles. Some persons could say they want to learn video editing because they want to learn how to edit for movies, how things are being done in movie section. However, it's very important to actually have a basic understanding or the theoretical base of these things, of how it works, because a valid understanding of the theoretical base will actually aid you properly well whenever there are issues that you may come across whenever you're actually editing. Now, what is video editing? Video editing is the process of manipulating, rearranging video shots to create a new work. That is to say, there are actually several works that have been on ground, either camera shots, either text that have been created already, whether overlays, whether videos from different sites and the likes that you've downloaded already that have been on ground. So the manipulation of those things and rearranging of them to create a new work is what we call video editing. And in the process of doing these things, you have to do something what we call cutting. You have to do what we call merging. You have to add effects. You have to add transitions. You have to add sounds and even refine a video to enhance the quality as well. So the process of doing all these things is what we call video editing. When it comes to video editing for business advertisement, is a different ball game entirely. The reason why it's that is because it's the process of refining raw footages to create compelling professional advertisements. Now, it's not as if it's still not video editing, but we must come to the understanding that you creating a video for content creation online, maybe probably for video content creation for those that want to do the likes of TikTok, maybe want to start a podcast on your Instagram page, things like that, are totally different from you creating professional videos for advertisement, because advertisement videos are a different course entirely if you really want to learn those kind of things. But however, the process of ensuring that every persons that are on this page are able to meet up or are able to get something out of this place, will be touching every facet of every video editing that I know or that we've come into place or that we've seen before. Do you get what I'm saying? Now, for editing video for professional advertisement, it also involves cutting. It also involves arranging of clips. It also involves adding branding elements, visual sounds that aligns with your business marketing goal. So we can simply say that editing video for business advertisement is solely because you actually want to project what you do in your business or in your brand. So you must have that at the back of your mind. Probably let's say, for instance, you actually want to advertise. Maybe you sell hair product and you actually want to advertise for hair product. That means if you are advertising for hair product, it does not have to be all of your hair product, because the hair products that actually that grows the hair is different from the hair products that actually grows the beards. So you can't say that you actually want to advertise the hair product that grows the hair and the hair product that grows the beards in a video, because it's actually going to be antagonizing things for your audience. So that is to say, your video, well, the video you're actually creating for your brand, for advertisements of your brand, should actually tell into one goal. Just as you watch a movie, the end goal of a movie is solely, every movie is actually having a theme. So there are compilations of theme in a title of a movie. So the title of a movie has underneath of a title of a movie, we have several themes. In just one title, we have more than 10 themes: theme of love, theme of revenge, whatever theme you may want to mention. However, all of those themes are always referring back to the major title of a movie. That's the same way whenever you are advertising or creating video for your brand commercials. The same way you must always understand that whenever you're creating videos for your brand, you are not creating a one video and then you are now telling story of a product in just all of your products, in just one video. That means one video should be meant for just one product. I hope you get what I'm trying to mention to you right now. So every video you want to create actually always have a purpose that you want to actually like convey to people. Now there are several purposes that a video would actually serve. We could say that it could serve for storytelling, that is, you want to actually convey clear and engaging story through visuals, and then you serve as correcting a kind of mistakes. Let's say, for instance, you actually want to correct the notion of probably female genital mutilation. You can actually create content around that, and then you ensure that such video, the way you actually advertise such video to make it go viral, for people to have a proper understanding of female genital mutilation. And then we've seen videos whereby people actually ensure that they do advertisements of how females can actually have a proper understanding of how to ensure that they don't get exposed, or to prevent breast cancer or any form of cancer that they might be prone to. And it can actually be for improving quality. That is to say, you can actually have videos or you edit a video because you actually want to improve or enhance a particular video color. That a number of us, we've seen videos whereby you've seen before and after of some probably online. Okay, probably I could be dropping some of those kind of things for you. How color grading had been done actually for some persons to actually have a proper understanding of what I'm trying to say here, that you want to enhance a particular video color, but that is to say you just want to add more color to it, or you want to change the color feel of that particular video that you shot or that you found online that you are using to incorporate your videos or something like that. Or you might even be a fashion designer, and then probably you shot a video in your in your store, so to say, in your store, and then you've thought as that you don't actually like the color. You want something more attractive than the color that you actually had when you were shooting. Then you can actually edit such a thing by adding color to it. As time goes on in the subsequent class, we can always touch into enhancement of color enhancement, color gradings, and the likes. Definitely, a simpler term of what I am saying is when you shoot pictures, when you snap yourself on your phone, filters, and then you now add filters to it. That's a simpler term of what I'm saying. And then you can also edit video because you actually want to add special effects to it. There are times that even as a video editor, you want to add up graphics. It might be text graphics, it might be pictorial graphics that you want to add up to your video that you're actually editing. Because there are times, even as a video editor, it's very important that you even have a basic understanding of what graphics design is about, because sometimes you add text, and sometimes you will see some videos of people doing some kind of text, motion text or motion graphics, and then you'll be like, what kind of font does the person use? What kind of size or something like that does the person use? Because it's very important that even as a video editor, you have basic understanding of design layouts, the composition rules, how to improve your typography in graphics design, how to ensure that your hierarchy design principles are well properly arranged, your visual hierarchy. All those kind of things are very important for you to have a basic understanding of it, even as a video editor, because at the long run you might be needing, it's not might, because I don't think I've ever come across a video that doesn't have a text therein before, because by the virtue of the fact that you'll be writing text in a video, definitely you need an understanding of all these kind of things. So it's very important and that's one of the things that this class will be teaching, not just about how to edit the video alone. You have a basic understanding of what graphic design is all about, or how you can at least to a degree design your own graphics on your own. So that's one of the things that this class is going to be teaching you as well. So aside ensuring that you have you had elements of text, also you might edit because you want to add sound to it to enhance or to ensure that your audience actually gets engaged in your videos and the likes. Those are the things, or those are the reasons why you actually edit videos, so to say. For video editing in business ads or advertisements or even commercials, it's one of the reasons why you have to edit videos for such things is for your brand storytelling. Every brand is telling a story. I repeat, every brand is telling a story. When I mean a story, I mean your brand is actually passing a message across to people. As much as the fact that your brand has something or a problem to solve to people or for people, that means your brand has to tell a story to people for them to actually be able to see the problem that your brand is trying to solve for them. I cited an example the other time that you sell your product, and your hair product is actually you grow people's bald hair, and then you grow people's beards and the likes like that. So you're actually solving a problem for people, right? But the way you now painted your brand is inside of how you tell your brand story to people. If you do not paint the problem to people to see that they're actually in need of that thing, or they are actually suffering from that particular problem, your brand may not be properly positioned in their hearts. And that is one of the things that the likes of Coca-Cola is still being valuable to us today. And that's one of the reasons why the likes of Golden More is still valuable, because we see it as what's it called now? As something that we can have access to easily, because they've painted it to us as though even if you don't have time to cook on your own, so far you can even get even for now that the economy of the situation of the country now becomes what it's called now. As much as the fact that you have that money with you, you can have access to a drink that is going to nourish, or that is going to, I don't want to use the word nourish, that's going to at least quench your taste. That's going to at least quench your taste. And then by the virtue of it, and then so there was a time that we got a rumor, we had rumors that Coca-Cola actually helps that. It actually helps you to be fatter, like to gain more weight. For those that actually want to gain more weight, then people rush into it. They painted it to us as though we actually have a problem, and they are willing to solve that problem to us. So that's the act of a storytelling. So your video ads must be able to, your brand must be able to tell a story to the audience as well. Don't you actually telling your story to people, you must ensure that your video, the message that your video is actually passing across, is clear enough. I made mention in the time that you must not say because you are selling your product and then say that the video that you are creating or the advertisement that you are creating for your video actually have to carry all of your hair product, because it might be confusing people. But if you're targeting a particular hair product, for audience. People will be able to get the message as fast as possible. You see, these are our mind. The mind is actually, we actually like think of many things, but if it's one thing, that is one problem that I'm suffering from, and you painted that thing for me in the video, I might be willing to actually buy from you. But if it is not alighting like a clear message for me or to me, I may not be able to like say that I want to patronize you. And it also improves viewers' engagement, that is to capture attention through polished, visually appealing content. So because these days now, everybody want to like watch something on the social media. Everybody want to, so far you have something that is catching enough as first expressible that people may want to see or get, definitely you're gonna be like get people's attention on it about your product. And then whenever you create your product ads or your service or your brand advertisement, ensure that at the end there's something we call to action. That's CTA. Every call to action is that now you've done the whole preaching inside of the video. Now tell people how to connect with you to buy. Don't forget that thing. It's very, very important. It's very, very important. Types of video editing. This is it's actually very important that we also check through these things as well. We have linear editing. Linear editing is simply the editing of cutting and splicing of film tapes. You understand that before we have the likes of memory card and the likes, what we had was film, like this strip, this kind of strip that is on your screen. That's what we had then. And what they do that time was that when they feel like, when they shoot when they shot any video, they start joining it, and in the studio they tape it, like put gum on it, and then they tape it. This is not a full filmmaking class. Would have talked more on it, and that's what they actually do that time. And they do it like in orderly manner compared to this time these days now that I can start editing my video even from the end. I can start editing my video even from the end, or start from anywhere from the middle, but then they have to do it from where it started to where it will end, from where it will start until where it will end. That's a linear editing, and the process is footage is edited in the order. Yeah, it was short, and this process has to be done without skipping over scenes or rearranging them freely. So one of the advantages is that it has precise control over footage. Like there's really no much manipulations that you can do to it as a video editor, like as at that time. But the disadvantage is that it's actually time consuming and very, very rigid, very, very rigid, very, very rigid. I didn't meet it, like I only had the opportunity like to see it, like to see where they do it. I didn't do it personally, but I really had the opportunity. But I saw it as something so, I can't imagine me editing in that kind of age, because it was actually time consuming, and it's even difficult to make adjustments once like changes are being made to it. Now, another types of video editing that we have is non-linear editing. Editing is the modern type of editing that we have now, where footage can be accessed and edited in any order using the computer softwares, and you can cut, you can trim, you can arrange videos, clip easily without altering any original content at all. And it's used in modern like video projects such as films, our TV shows, our YouTube videos, and the likes. It's even flexible, it's faster compared to the one I mentioned earlier, but one of the disadvantages is that it's actually required powerful hardware and software. So that's where the processor comes in, that's where your RAM comes in, like your RAM, and then your your ROM as well, your storage device. That's where those kind of things comes in, because you can't have a, like, let's say for instance the Premiere Pro now. You can't say you have a 4 gig RAM and you have a heavy load on your system before, and you will not expect your Premiere Pro to not be hanging. Like, the work might not flow smoothly the way you might want to enjoy it. So that's where your RAM comes in for that. So different types of editing software. The first one I have here is the Adobe Premiere Pro, and Adobe Premiere Pro is actually for Windows and Mac. Mac, and it's actually for professional level video editing software, and it's mostly used for films, for TV, and even online content. Although it offers powerful tools for color corrections, it aids multi-camera editing, even special effects and the likes. Another one I have here is the Final Cut Pro, and Final Cut Pro is actually the Apple professional video editing software, and is known for the powerful features that it has. It has multi-camera editing, it has a 360-degree video, there's room for color grading on it as well, and it's known from how it actually integrates well with other Apple software. And professional video editor that are using Apple devices, it's highly recommended for them. That I mean Final Cut Pro. You might have heard of Final Cut before. Another one that we also have is the CapCut. Sometimes I wonder that how did CapCut did it that even industry professionals are now putting it as part of the skill required if whenever you want to get an opportunity, even as a video creator or content creator. They might say that ability to be able to use CapCut as the added advantage. Things like, sometimes I wonder how were they able to do it. And if you look at CapCut is actually, you can use CapCut on Android. It works for iOS, it works for Windows, it works for even Mac as well. It's free and even easy to use. It's actually designed for quick editing, even on smartphone, even a desktop on, and actually includes effects, transitions, audio editing, and even more like that. It's highly recommended for those of you that are going for content creation, like video content creation, maybe podcast or something on social media, and do for short videos, content creative, like quick and creative editing of a video. And in fact, CapCut will be the major editing app that we're going to be using for this class. In fact, if you've gone through our YouTube channel, if you've not been there, you can take a swift break to check right now from Oluremi Films on YouTube. A number of the videos that are on that YouTube channel were edited on CapCut, and even more, I've had a couple of people's projects, podcasts, people's interviews I edited. I used CapCut for it, not CapCut PC, CapCut on my smartphone, on my phone. And the other one we have here is InShot. InShot it actually works for Android and iOS alone. It's also user friendly app, and it's for basic video editing actually. And the reason why I'm saying all this is because our major focus in this class is smartphone video editing. So we have to touch some of the video editing apps that we have as well. We also have KineMaster. KineMaster also works on Android. It works on iOS as well, even Windows. Yeah. So how you can be able to manipulate them and use for your own use. Beyond editing, beyond cutting and trimming, beyond slicing of I don't want to use the word onions, beyond slicing and everything, there are formats that we must understand. Video formats. The very first one I have here is the MP4, and this is actually the most common video format that is used across platform due to the fact that it's high compression and small file size while retaining good quality. And before, as like told you, really size is not always much, but and yet it's still reviewing good quality. We have the audio video interleave, often like it's larger in size, but it actually provides high quality video, and it's more common in the older system. Like we have the MOV as well. MOV is actually like typically used for the Apple devices, and yet it maintains good quality but with larger file size. Most of the cinema movies are always exported, exported with MOV because it's going to a larger screen, so you need a larger, like a high quality, so that by the time it's coming to that large screen, it still does not drop the quality. And even if the quality is still going to drop, but at least people can still be able to relate well with the quality of the video that they are watching. Because you can imagine that you go to a cinema and then the movie that you are watching in the cinema, the quality is not fine or it's not alright. So if your production is going to a larger screen, then you have to know the kind of quality or the kind of the video format you are exporting with. Then we have the window media video, that's TWMV, and it's mostly in the Windows environment. It offers high compression but can reduce quality, so it's not advisable actually. Formats, let me differentiate that. Formats are actually what you are exporting with, while resolution is what you are like recording with. And resolutions, we have the 480p, that's the standard definition. That's a lower quality resolution, and it's used for like a very smaller screen. We have the 720, and the 720 is most like it's actually considered for YouTube, but if you look at it, it still does not meet up with it can still reduce quality to an extent, because by the time you are exporting it, it might have actually already dropped quality by the time you're already like editing the videos. And then we have the 1080, that's the full HD. We have the 4K, we have the 8K. So even if you're a business, even if you're an entrepreneur and then you are shooting a video in your store or something like that, always ensure that you check the setting of your phone to see, especially those that are using iPhone or Apple, even if it's Android, check your camera setting to see what your camera is shooting on. If it's on 1080, you can increase it to 2K, 4K, so that by the time you're editing, even no matter how the video may drops, at least you're still on the high side because of getting a high quality. And if you are downloading any video to serve as an attachment to add up to the video that you are editing, always ensure that you download high quality videos. Okay, so lastly, in conclusion now, you understand that video editing is actually something very essential in the modern like media production that we have today, and it actually enables creators to craft stories, improve visual quality, even content. It makes you to resonate well with your audience, with your client, with your customers, and the like. So everybody in videos, everybody has to become a content creator, either you like it, or video content creator, either you like it or not, because everybody wants to see visuals. So let me take this opportunity to say congratulations to you and welcome to your journey to become a video editor of your own and become a boss of your own, and stop paying people like us that are video editor. Just so before you go, there's an assignment that you have to do, and the link to submit the assignment will be dropped on the group. And just as we said during the onboarding section, that failure to drop the assignment or any assignment by the end of the 3rd week can actually like terminate the opportunity to continue or end up the class with us. So try as much as possible to do this and then drop the assignment. I'll see you in the next class. Thank you. Enjoy.